Do you know that nuclear energy accounts for 20% of all the electricity in the United States? Nuclear energy powers a major share of U.S. electricity, and due to this, it is a very significant part in everyone's life. As someone who is deeply interested in clean energy, I find this topic especially relevant. My purpose in this speech is to inform you about the potential benefits and negatives of nuclear energy. First, the negatives include uranium being non-renewable, the issue of nuclear waste, and potential meltdowns. Then I will discuss arguments in favor of nuclear power, which include low land use, low carbon emissions, and reliability in all conditions. First, I will begin with the potential negatives of nuclear energy. To start, unlike sources like hydroelectric, solar, and wind, nuclear power relies upon a non-renewable fuel. Nuclear energy relies upon extracted uranium mined from the earth, and uranium only exists in a limited supply. Once uranium is used to produce energy, it can't be reused. This raises concerns about how long nuclear energy will remain a viable energy source, compared to solar, wind, and hydroelectric, which can produce energy for pretty much forever. Next, nuclear power also creates the byproduct of nuclear waste. According to Matt Harrode, certain isotopes in nuclear energy, such as iodine-129, can remain radioactive for millions of years. The sheer longevity of the danger of radioactive waste leads to public concern. Finally, the risk of meltdowns also raises major public safety concerns. Nuclear power, overview, defines a meltdown as an accident in which the fuel of a nuclear reactor overheats and melts the containment in the plant. They can both be extremely deadly in the long term, making the surrounding environment uninhabitable for humans and other life forms for decades. One example of this is the Chernobyl disaster, which took many lives and continues to still make the surrounding environment uninhabitable to this day. All of these concerns can lead people to doubt the safety and the longevity of nuclear energy as a source, and it may lead people to want to explore other energy options for the future. Now, I will talk about the reasons why people do support nuclear energy and think it is a good option. First, nuclear energy is appealing because it requires far less land than other energy sources. According to NEI, wind farms require up to 360 times as much land area to produce the same amount of electricity as a nuclear energy facility. Solar facilities require up to 75% of the required land area. Comparing these, it's clear that nuclear energy is just much more efficient, and the intense need for land of other power sources is one reason why nuclear energy could be favored. Next, another reason nuclear energy could be considered superior is due to its very low carbon output. The World Nuclear Association says that nuclear fission does not produce any CO2. This environmental benefit leads many to think nuclear energy is a good solution to producing less greenhouse gases. And it also serves as a good alternative to things that produce much more greenhouse gases, like fossil fuels. Finally, nuclear plants can operate reliably in all manner of conditions. Other clean energy sources do not always consistently produce energies. Some examples of this include run-of-the-river hydroelectric plants that can only produce electricity when the flow of the river is strong, solar panels, which can only function in sunny conditions, and wind turbines, which can only generate electricity when there is enough wind to spin them around. Compare all those to nuclear, which is constantly producing power at all times and doesn't need anything to occur for it to produce electricity. All three of those reasons lead people to encourage the use of nuclear energy as a source of power for the future. To conclude, the purpose of my speech has been to inform you of the many reasons for people to be for or against the use of nuclear energy. No matter the stance, it is important to be educated on it due to its growing importance in the modern world. Whether someone is against nuclear energy due to its temporary nature, the longevity of nuclear waste, or concerns about meltdowns, or if someone is an advocate of nuclear energy due to its low land use, low carbon footprint, or consistent energy production, it is necessary to know both the positive and negative aspects of nuclear energy. Being informed about the pros and cons allows us to form opinions about the role of nuclear energy for the future. Thank you.